happy Sunday to y'all.
Hello, hello.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. That's how Brad does it in the chat. It's very smart.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
this.
Oh, here, I need to turn you a little bit. There we go. So this is P over here.
M over there.
Patricia.
Mariah.
And together
We are PM Artist Studio.
Ooh, held that note. Oh goodness, it's been kind of a weird morning. It's kind of, I don't know, it's like we're just not really moving fast enough up.
Snuck up on us.
Yeah.
Well, I was up till 1 o'clock with the baby.
Yeah, don't tell people that.
Poor little darling.
Well, let's say our hellos. What are you doing over there?
I'm fussing about.
Okay. We got something fun kind of planned, I think. Hopefully, if she stayed on task, dare I say.
Famous last words.
That's
Plan.
right. Okay, as we are getting started here, those of you that are joining us, please do give those thumbsy upsies here in the very beginning. It is extremely important because lets people know something fun's happening over here. We're here. We're all going to do some fun stuff together, hang out, chit chat, and all that.
Chit chat and all that.
Chit chat and all that. So do say hello in the chat so that way you show up on the participants list and I can say hello back to you. We can do our little good mornings and all that business.
We can get to know one another.
That is exactly right. With that being said, I'm going to give it kind of a second here because I know that there's more of you guys here than what's showing up in the little participants. Maybe I need to move to live chat. Remember to put your chat on live chat so that way you see everything, because otherwise it'll start kind of just picking out little things and then you miss some of the combo and then you're kind of like, I feel like I missed something.
Okay, I knew I had one of those.
So, all right, good morning to Ann, Heather, Barbara, Carrie, Darcy, Dana, Jen, Joni, Kathy, Lisa Mingus, Mary Ann. We got our little night bot. Remember, he is there to remind us of certain things. He's a good guy. That's okay. Pat Anderson. Let's see. Somebody else popped in up there. Estella. Good morning. Penka. Ricky. Sandy. Sirius Hecka, also known as Lisa. We've got Stephanie. And, we got two Stephanies. Stephanie G. Stephanie H. Susan. Violet. Pat Anderson. All right,
You
guys.
said Pat Anderson once before.
Oh, did I? Oh, we
She's
got Kips.
She's my rock person.
That's Diane. Diane. Is that right? Why am I thinking? I know it's a D. Is it Deborah or Diane? I'm pretty sure it's Diane at Kip's Corner. Forgive me. I'm having a moment. And Karen. All right, cool. Deborah Thompson. All right, popping in. I knew there were more of you guys here than we're letting on. All right, I'm going to pop over into the chat part. Oh, Brigitte. Treadle. Hello. Welcome. All right, some new people in the chat. That always makes us super, super excited. All right, what are we doing today, Pan? Do I need to go
right
topside?
now I'm separating my stencils because I don't know why I have a whole bunch of these that have never been used.
Well, I can tell you that one right there.
Isn't off.
Yeah.
Because it didn't. But I kind of like that.
Yeah, R&D.
R&D. Those are my favorite kind.
We need to do a volume set of like the chevrons and the bloopy loops that are filled in and kind of funky ones. We just haven't, and we're kind of enjoying a little bit of a break. Things have been kind of nice coming in slowly, so we're just, not going crazy. Oh, wonderful. Well, we're excited that you placed an order.
This is how it's supposed to look.
Yeah. Don't move that too quick. It makes me it's like watching Patty Tolly Parrish work with her black and white striped papers. I'm like, woo, simmer down.
Oh man, she loves those things too.
She does.
Whipping those babies out.
Yeah.
Oh, look at there's a little baby Exes from Texas.
She's bringing out the strippers this morning.
Hey, that's what we're gonna work with because I just,
Hey, Cindy.
I want you people to know that don't have those big extra large plates. Number one, I think you don't need them unless you just absolutely can't live without them for some obscure reason.
Well, I think if you're doing big projects, big books, big, big anythings, the big plates are definitely what you're going to want. But I think a lot of us do Smaller things.
If you are a beginner,
Keep it small.
and keep it small. Number one, you save paper. Number two, you save paint. Once you can control what happens on a small plate, you're going to be able to take that information you learned there, transfer it, and it's going to work for the big plate. But why waste all of it? Because
Hey, even muralists sketch it
Muralists.
out. Muralists? Is that
Yeah.
right?
they don't start off painting the Sistine Chapel.
No. It's in a sketchbook somewhere, at least pieces and parts.
Yeah, like this. My layout here.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I just want to talk about some of them, and I need to get a piece of dark paper.
Hey, Darcy. No worries. And I loved it when she first started and she was all cheery. She says, that sounds a lot cheerier than I am today. That's okay. You know, you gotta put it in place.
Yeah. So sometimes it just is what it is.
Yeah, see, Estella says she's been using her little 3x5 plate for a while. She enjoys printing on the 3x5 cards. She's getting great practice. It is. It's a great way to kind of experiment, because then you're not like stuck in on some things that like you got this big plate and you're like, oh.
And you learn a lot of things, and the things that you're learning there.
Hey,
And
Fiona.
one of the things I want you to learn right away is don't leave your stencil on your brayer off sheet very long, because this is what happens, and I haven't received my new one of these yet.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. You need to put in a formal request, like on a sticky note or
What,
something.
Writing?
Yes.
Sure. Or
A lot happens between walking down the stairs and then into the office.
well,
You know
I
that.
know that. I have age as a reason that is viable as an excuse. You're much younger than I am.
Yeah, well, I have, people asking
Well,
me
if
questions.
you have
And
a metal plate implanted on your forehead, I'll just use these little magnetic.
I'll work on that. I need a little.
Yeah, if there are advantages. There's advantages to having metal plates in your head.
Or a tiara of, thought.
You're trying to get Izzy's little thing that she cut off because it was sticking out. That's her answer to everything. She says, "Did you just cut it off?" I said,
Here's the funny thing is that, see, that's what she says. So I'm thinking that she's actually heard that and was like, hey, this is okay.
"Yeah, that's how Gigi cuts her hair."
Yeah.
No, I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's getting to that point where it's just doing the alfalfa thing, So we have to take all these little clippy things. I mean, sometimes I told Mariah, I said, I hope she doesn't walk under a magnet, because it's just going to suck her up.
Don't wear that hairdo to the airport.
Don't wear that hairdo to the airport. Boy, it'll take 15 minutes to get through there.
Be like,
Yeah.
wander. What you got carrying there, baby?
Okay, well.
Hello, Isabel. Oh, Portugal.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, Gayla.
Yeah, no, Gayla. We know her.
Mitzi. Goodness. You guys
Portugal.
snuck in
I've
on me
always
while I
wanted to
was
go to
chuckling.
Portugal. You have great ceramics there. I don't know that I love the climate.
Dana says that that's a rough surgery, I think, to get the metal plate in your head. Yeah, I think the clippies in the hair is
I
probably
think usually it involves some other traumatic event that's probably not, something that you, yeah.
Oh, well, no worries,
So you can
Jeanette.
use
Thank
your
you for
head
joining
for a
us.
bulletin board. Okay, well, getting back to what we're doing today. So, last night, on one of her she was really hot to trot. She had 2 painting sessions. Actually, she had 3 painting sessions yesterday. The last one was around 11:30. And that was after she had been downstairs
Patty?
doing her gymnastic routines for her mom and dad and practicing. Then she came upstairs and had another little session. Oh, here. Are we topside yet?
Oh, I can be.
Yeah, we need to do that.
That's better. Yeah, put us in the corners.
So we had this little session, and she brought me this thing, and she said, Gigi, you need to use this to get texture on your gel plate.
Well, that was early in the day.
Well, yeah, that was like that. That was,
'Cause I was
our
still up
first.
here.
This was the first painting session that we
Yes.
had. Okay, so we messed around with this and did this and this and this. And Mariah says, and then she had me write on it. I think she's really getting ready to read.
I swear there are certain things, because she says, well, I know what that is. She's definitely like recognizing characters, and I mean, she knows a logo. I'll tell you that.
And has no qualms at all about, and she had me write down kitten the other day, and she says, Gigi, I think it's just a little bit too long of a word. And I said, well, yeah, whatever. So I'm doing all this and, you know, doing this back and forth, and we're showing it to Mariah and everything. She says, well, how about if you use a stencil that we have? And Izzy and I both look at her like, well, where's the fun in that? But this is a little thing. It used to be a long
That she has slowly destroyed.
tube. I think it just naturally disintegrates.
No, I think it in the hands of a, you know, I think she's had it since she's about 3. I mean, these things used to be really
But they're
long.
really cool because hear that sound?
Yeah, that could make some people crazy.
And it's kind of,
Yeah, especially with the paint on it.
isn't it cool looking? Can't get it back out.
Hey, those of you that have come in, please do give those thumbsy upsies. We very much
They usually sell these kind of things at, like, you know, nerdy science places because they're tubes and they make noise when you swish them back and forth and
you can hook them together.
hook them together. Yeah, they're
They
cool.
are quite fun, especially when they're
I
long.
like them a lot. Okay, so this kind of led into what we're going to do today. But look at that beauty. Can you see
Yeah,
that?
that one, that was the real wing dinger. Will you hold it up to the camera a little further? I could zoom in, but it's just easier for you to do that and then wiggle it right. Yeah.
I'm undulating.
Undulating.
Okay, but I mean, we tried all kinds of color combinations, pull stuff off of the plate and whatnot, and then, okay, so she brought me this one. I think
Careful.
this wasn't last night. This was the night before, and she says, Gigi, this is the castle gate. I said, aha, a portcullis. She said, but can you see the ghost? That means everyone in the castle is dead.
She's kind of dark sometimes. It
Yeah.
freaks me out, but I think that's normal.
I think it is too. I think
We're going with normal.
Okay, we go from dead people to
Yay!
whoa! And
Sparkle.
I knew when I put
Sparkly
these down,
cute.
I should not put them together
No.
because this is that.
Slick paint. That's what we always called it. But you know,
It slimes out, and
and
it's
you
in
put
a
it
little
on
tube.
t-shirts, but she likes to.
But look, isn't that wonderful?
It's
I mean,
really-
look, she even got some definition in the eyeballs there.
It's one of her favorite mediums.
But here, I want you to check this out. Look at this little loop-de-loop stuff there. Now that's some talent.
Now, I want to tell you, she had a flippin' just, you know, poopy moment of, because the purple, see, she was going for another squiggly line business, and it gooped out on her. And I said, hey. And then she was trying to wipe it with the Kleenex. And I was like, whoa, just simmer down there. Back up. Let's, you know, because she's like, I just can't fix things like you do, Mommy. Like, wow, okay.
Granted.
We'll unpack that here in a minute. But what you do is, you know, get the Kleenex and make it a little bit smaller and then make it into a cloud. And she's like, oh. She accepted that. Yeah.
But the orange obviously is yeah. I think this one's
See, when your rainbow poops out, you just make it a cloud. That's the moral of that story.
and look, you can see her little fingerprint there. So cute. All right. Well, anyway, and this is mine that I'm supposed to hang on my bed
I was really impressed with her swirls.
I was too, and she knew I would because she sees me using that stencil all the time. I'm supposed to hang this on my bed in case. Oh, and see, here's what happens. When these come off of the thing, they still have sticky stuff on them from the
Plate.
yeah, the hold them in
mat.
place. But this paint is glow in the dark, so I will be able to see.
Here, why don't you hand those to me and I'll spread them out over here because
Yeah,
they
I know.
still
If they
haven't
get
fully dried.
if they get stuck on top of each other, we'll have a
Yeah. Then they
hellhole of a mess.
yeah.
All right. So I was just thinking, when Izzy and I were messing around with that, I do get so many of my ideas from her. She's just because she doesn't know that things are not possible,
Yeah.
and you need that kind of attitude. Anyhow, that was where I was with that. I forgot to. My only kind of makeup I'm putting on these days is lip gloss, That's because my lips are chapped. I don't, you know, the other day when we were having all that drying problem,
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't have the diffuser going or anything.
Well, I think we had
extremely dry here.
Yeah, but that was more humidity.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe, you know, the rain was coming in. I wanted to talk about stencils and
Hi, Lexi.
stacking stencils, you know, one on top of the other, and basically how to do it. And I guess there's not a real right or wrong way to do it. But one of the things that I do when I want to know how something is going to look under or on top of is I get a contrasting piece of paper and I lay it down. Some more of those ones that I haven't used that are
And Kip's
causing
Corner is Debbie.
the problem. Pardon?
Debbie. From
Debbie.
Kip's Corner.
Oh.
She's the one that makes all those really beautiful assemblage kind of type things. They also do that thing on Saturday with all that group.
I don't know who you're talking about.
She doesn't remember things.
I don't remember. Well, and I don't usually. But you can see that would be kind of an interesting one.
I like that.
Using the larger one over that. Okay, and this is very, you know, fine lines. All right.
There's a fine line there.
This is big and fat. Okay, so what happens when you put that over? Well, that could be kind of cool.
Eh,
You just don't know. Right color combination, that could be wonderful.
perhaps.
Perhaps.
Hey, Fran, I was just thinking about you. I was like, I wonder when Fran's going to show up.
Howdy, friend.
She's been cutting stencils. I provided her with
Ah.
some files and things.
Okay, well, here's an X's from Texas. It's not my favorite one, but
No, that's the Jumpin' Jacks one. That's in the Volume 1 strippers. That piece that you're holding in your hand with the blue paint on it.
oh yeah?
Yeah. Now,
Oh, these
it
sort of-
is actually part of the original X's from Texas. That's the one that actually has, like, they are more stencil-like because they have the borders around them.
Well, I think this is the one I cut out.
Yes. That is true.
But they're in the same family.
Mm-hmm.
You just didn't leave long stringy things hanging
I'm not in
out.
charge of that. It probably came down to placement and getting the 4 on there that we wanted to get on there.
Oh. Okay.
If you want sticky outy bits, just, you know,
You
use
should
some of
order
that
the
tape that
squared
doesn't-
off one. Then you can cut your own. That's what I say.
Yeah, they're all.
Because they don't always cut them like I want them to cut. Here's the baby version of that.
Mm-hmm.
And here's a big mama.
Yeah, because see, they come in large and small.
And here's a strip of mediums. And here's a little, I like these. I like these. These are very dainty. Excuse me, I have to blow my nose.
Carrie, well, actually, I did kind of mess up, and I need to get in there and delete something real quick.
What?
Because I hit the button too fast, and I didn't pick the stream, so I started a new stream. So that might have been what you were in, Carrie. It really wasn't anything personal. He said, my live just froze and kicked me out. Was that Queen P asserting her powers? Trust me, her powers do not extend into the internet.
No. That would not be. I might kick you out, but it wouldn't be intentional.
No.
It would be a total accident.
Yeah.
And I would be
Hello,
apologizing profusely later. All right, now I finally found this one. It was MIA for quite a while.
Oh,
But I did tell you about it, I think.
We talked about it. Now, we don't have this in a set yet, but I was telling Brad that I think that because Sharon over at Texture Junkies, where's she at? Where's Sharon? Somebody holler at Sharon.
She's sleeping in. Somebody call her up.
I
And
think she has company this weekend. I don't know. But we need to make another set of strippers that are kind of spin-offs of the, like that. So that's the one that goes with fleur-de-lis, but see, Brad made it longer.
yeah, because it used to just be that part right there.
Mm-hmm.
Just go here and then have the fleur-de-lis down there.
Yes. Hey, Rennie.
But he stretched it out for me because I requested it for something.
Yeah.
And, well, obviously I did use it. I don't remember where.
For whence?
Yeah. I got to keep these together because I really do want to use those today. And I want to use this, which is just...
Oh, yes. The coffee filter video was awesome. I very much enjoyed it.
listened to it. I didn't see it, but Mariah had it on,
I did.
and I was messing around with this stuff, so I was listening.
I was very impressed with. I think we need to find some. Well, I mean, we have a ton of them.
But ours are all natural.
Well,
kind of
that
craft
probably
paper color.
fit your style anyway.
Oh, certainly would.
And I suppose you could.
God knows I don't do anything pristine.
Now, you did lose her at ironing things.
Oh, yeah, that was like, oh, hell no.
We laughed about that. That was funny.
I don't
I
even.
was like, well, she's out.
Yeah, nope.
Have to unbury
I'm gone.
the ironing board.
And I have one of these that's cut out, and I don't know where it is.
Which one?
Yep, this one right here. It's probably in my, I'm not going to look because God knows that's a mess from hell. This was an oopsie.
Well, it'd be help. Take yeah.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but I kind of like it, and I use it. Obviously, it's got paint
You
on
cut that.
Well, I cut the outside off.
I like that.
But you handed it to me because it didn't cut all the way.
Yeah.
Right, everybody got that?
Sometimes the machine has a mind of its own, and it just says, "Nah, I'm done."
And you can see the tape on this one. This is what happens when I want to use, because remember, you can stencil onto your plate. Don't forget that. And I love this little guy, and it was MIA for a long time, and it was stuck to the back of something else. Imagine that.
Imagine that.
Imagine that. Okay.
Hi, Stephanie.
I'm putting over there in that pile because I think
Hi.
those go together. Okay?
Deanna, if I didn't say hello. All right, man, we got lots of newbies here.
And I have multiples of these because I don't know why.
Well, I can tell you why, because some of those might even be originals, because remember, you cut them, and then we figured out, and then you were mad because I sent off some. Some of you lovely folks here, even in the chat.
Yeah, have an original, one-of-a-kind stencil.
Yeah, cut by P.
She wasn't supposed to send those. I just sent them down
Didn't understand that.
for scanning.
I was going to scan and send out. That's what it told her, but she didn't hear that part.
Oh. And I was still using them.
I said, don't worry, there'll be more.
And then I said, yeah, but that might not be the one that I really liked, because you don't always choose the best one.
True
You
that.
just think that you do, and you don't.
Mm-hmm.
Aha! You want these.
Artie Squiggles. She refuses
do
to call it
do
that.
you make them these like this?
Yes.
That they cut out to that shape?
That is the small set of volume 1 that you will get the Artie Squiggle like that. The volume 1 are more like masks. Like she has cut, you know, how P cuts out and around and does the little, you know, business that you see here. Volume 2 and 3 are more like the aqueous that you have down at the bottom there with the border. The little Celtic looking one, I can't remember if that actually comes in the set or we just hand that out as a freebie. But that could be one of the ones that we do start adding, as in like volume 4. You know, this is the stuff.
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
and Brad's supposed to be working on, you know, other things too.
Now, Mariah says these aren't X's, but they're close to X's, and they have a lot in common, so I'm putting those over there.
Oh, they are. They are X's from Texas. They're in the original X's from Texas, and then they are in volume 1. But we kind of call those jumping jacks because they're a little bit different than the other X's.
Yeah, okay.
You just see her glazing over. Like, okay,
Yeah.
I could care less.
Okay, another one that needs a bit of soaky. I'll just I don't want soaking because it has paper glued down to the back.
Yeah.
Excuse me. It's all right. I have another one. Oh, look. Found another one.
How is it that you end up with all of these?
I don't know. It's yeah, I know.
Oh, thanks, Violet. She has dropped in the link to the shop there.
Thank you, Violet. All right, I'm putting that over there because I'm not going to
Carrie's
going to
do some Franklin stenciling for the first time later this month. And yes, he will do a video.
Excellent. Okay, these things, I love these things. And I forget about them. And the reason I love them is because they go with the informal stuff, but they also go with the formal stuff. So it's one of those stencils that if you're going to get one,
It's the gateway.
this is a good one.
It bridges.
It bridges, it bridges. And I'm
They're like bunnies. Just puts
I-
them over there and they make more. I
I
wish
guess
that's
maybe
how the
that's what-
stencils were made.
That's what happens. That's what happens. Okay, I'm saving this one out because I saved it from Annihilation. It was stuck. You can see the stuck places, and I mean, it was not
Here,
just
can
stuck
you
a
put it
little.
in the big
Oh,
screen?
sorry.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, and that's terrible because you can't see it there. I
You
need a
got-
piece of white paper.
There's some.
Oh,
over
like
there.
I don't have any of that.
Mm-mm.
Okay, I'm sending this off to John David
He'll love it.
to be included because I think it's so wonderful in this patina that I think that he will love and adore it. So I'm handing that to Mariah right now
Yes.
so she can put that into.
Well, you need to get more stuff for him because I hate just sending out one little thing.
Okay, well let me I really need to go through.
Yes. Let's do that.
I need to go through here. I'll show you what I need to go through this.
Anne says when two stencils love each other very much. ...
Yes. They don't. This is the one that I really need to go through. Because there's a lot of stucky togethers. Lumpy.
Does anyone else, do you store them like this? Or, you know.
You hear that telltale sign? Oh, that's a good piece.
All right, we can do this
Okay,
later.
I'm
but
sorry.
yeah, she totally went there. Her little brain was like, yes, let's look at that stuff. I mean, I know Fran's all
Here,
for
I
it.
love this. This is Mariah's folder that says miscellaneous customers. This is my Franken stencils, bits, gears, alien eye, cogs. Yeah, okay.
Well, so much of our stuff has gone digital that, you know, there was kind of this transition from, like, my real, like, regular job stuff. So we started using a lot of the folders up here.
Okay,
You gonna get to the art?
I am,
All
and I'm
right.
just thinking how to proceed here.
Oh, woohoo, all right.
I want to
We had
use
bacon,
this because I love this.
That is the piece, for those of you that want to know. Let me think about that for a second because I'm looking at its parts.
It looks like gears.
It's not gears.
Well, what is it?
Maybe it is the dual set.
Oh, very obvious. There's one here, one here.
Yeah. But I think it's the smaller ones. And not the full, you know, big one.
Well, whatever it is, you should order it. It's a good one. Because you get that middle part.
If you want to know more about it, you know, holler at me. Hey, Maggie.
All right. We're just going to get this show on the road here. What is this? Okay, good. Yes. I like that. I like that. I'm going to keep this one out because this is kind of a good one to use if you need a subtle background and you want to start off with low contrast. This is a good one. This little thing really does work well. And here, let me show you how you do it. You just stick a pencil in and you just run it this way a couple times. And then you run it the other way and you've got checkers.
Or you can order Wonky Net.
Or you can order Wonky
It's
Net.
Wonky Net the mask. And it comes in all kinds of sizes. That's the kind of medium size. Because we have an ATC one.
I have a huge one.
And it's just a really big one. If you got them big plates, need a big net. Cast
Yeah.
it on your plate.
Yes. And of course I've got this, which I use to more or less stencil with, but I just
Fran has her stencils in a box. She
Oh.
needs another box. That's how it happens.
I like them in my folders. I mean, it's obviously I have my catch-all there where I just put stuff in there that don't know what to do with. I doubt that I will use
Janice.
these today, so I'm going to put
No
those.
worries. We were just sorting out stencils, talking a little bit about who's it, what's it, and
Who's
how
it?
some of them came about, and how some of them keep reproducing, and there you go.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
That kind of stuff.
And the reason I can have these stencils out here is because I'm going to use this little itty bitty plate.
And if you do want to save on some of those stencils, you can always join the Arty Perks. We have a 15% level, which is Mucky Muck, and then the Loverly level, you can get an extra 20 if you want to. Or you can just hang out with us.
Yeah,
like, subscribe, and do all that. That
Yeah.
is the #1 free way to support all things that PM Artist Studio does.
All things.
All things.
Okay, I'm going to just start out with, and I like this because this is my quinacridone.
Yeah, I think that is the double cogs, Fran. That little piece. She says double cogs would be great to Frankenstencil with.
Yes. This is hard to get.
Yeah.
I noticed Fran was using some of that the other day. You need to be careful, Fran. They haven't upped their order on that yet. Okay, I think most of all, the first stage is just to get something down. And the reason I've put out these little bitty stencils here is because we have a small plate.
Oh, that's quite nice.
And
yeah, they do get kind of painted up, but just, let them hang out dry. Then you can kind of stack them up. Now, once again, depending on weather and humidity and all that, sometimes that miscellaneous folder becomes quite the place to unstick things.
yeah, it goes to the place where stencils die.
Well, just become another thing.
I knew that wasn't going to do anything, but
Do you need to turn on your diffuser?
I don't know. I need to do something, but
Okay. We'll work through it.
we'll work through it. And hopefully I had enough wet underneath there. But. Okay, FYI, quinacridone orange is a dry paint.
Fred says, I have now got a smaller plate than yours, P.
Oh, yeah?
Is this going to be a challenge? Who can work on the smallest plate?
I have smaller.
Well, but it's longer.
It is, but I have one that's about this big.
Do you?
Yeah. Okay.
Where did that come from?
It was from the
Chopping up. But,
uh-huh. I chopped it up.
some more, I guess. All right.
It's more of a stamp than anything.
Oh, see, that's smart. Yeah. Estella, she stores her stencils in a folder with the sheet of copy paper in between. Or you could even use, parchment or glassine, or because the glassine's pretty nice. I mean, we have that for the orders that we ship out to you guys. But they tend to come off of it nicely.
Yes, there is that.
Yes. It's her secret stash.
Okay, I'm just randomly grabbing some paint here. And what I'm doing is I'm going to take this piece of paper that I have over here, this 8.5 by, what? 8 by 6. Piece of, copy paper, the regular size copy paper. Regular size copy paper.
That's smart. Violet saves the inside of the waxed bags from cereal boxes and puts them in between the icky stencils.
Holy moly!
Hey, now that should be included in one of the Frugal Fridays, because that is some genius right there.
That is some genius right there.
And if you're a big cereal eater, if you're like a cereal eater. Sorry, that was a bad joke.
Well, I get those, I order my cereal in by the case. And see, this is the kind of crap that happens.
Sugar biscuits. Oh, you guys, it's awesome stuff.
Yeah, look at that. And we still have some on here that we can, put over here. We want to use transparent right now because...
I was thinking about that. Like, so how do you get the cereal, kind of the cereal dust off of it? And if you have any of those, like, tacky cloths or those micro cloths, I bet it would wipe off really quite nicely.
And I don't have another one of these plates, so anything we do today's got to come off right away.
Gelli.
Well, that's not entirely true. I could go to something else.
funny. See, I missed that. She says, she who comes up with the stencil storage system will be the richest lass in the land. Everyone's space is different with different access and usage. True that. Ours is ever evolving. We have just ordered more little metal cagey things. If you want to know more about that, I did add to Sandy Franklin's post over there in Makers. She wanted a picture. I can make a new main post with the picture of it, but there's going to be an addition because she requested more slots.
Well, remember, I have a case of Jack Richardson.
Yes, 350 sheets have arrived.
And
With no home.
With no home. No place. They have no place to go.
I mean, I have suggestions. I have organizational ideas. I'm loving this. So,
We're
Grinchian.
composing.
I love it.
We're composing as we go. And it's still, the reason I'm using very informally designed stencils, I mean, the design is informal.
Yeah.
And it looks very spontaneous, is because I think that that goes with the whole idea of what I'm doing here. Okay? I love that.
I love that a lot.
I think it's just turning into be a marvelous. All right, now we're going to introduce our little gears here because I think these are really, and actually what I'm going to do, oh my gosh, I just about did it again. Boogers.
Yeah.
I'm cleaning up my language because I want you all, I want to be a good example.
Oh, remember the little Nightbot is here to,
Clean up my language?
Nah.
Erase it?
Give,
Jump along there and go,
give me a moment, lady. Little Nightbot is here for all of our help, for, to kind of help the mods so they don't have to drop links. And remember to drop links. You guys still continue doing what you're doing. I love it. It's awesome because it's more in tune. But he will be dropping the little Artie Perks information, so that way the links, it'll come every so often. So he'll be doing the Artie Perks, the Makers, and the giveaway. And remember, we are still, it's August. You guys, Estella, she's entered into the August giveaway. If you want more information, that's all over on Makers as well. But yes, the little Nightbot is here on purpose. I wish you could rename him, but.
Okay, I'm doing some construction here.
Hey, Devin.
Because I want to get more on here.
Oh, Jen wants to know about where to get the tissue paper sheets. Okay, so
There.
we do have, so you can buy a big stack of it, or it comes in, what was the smaller set? I can't remember how many sheets.
I don't know.
But anyway, we ended up opting for the very large ones. But Carnival tissue paper is what it is, and you can get it on Amazon. I can drop a link here in just a second if you'll give me just one moment. In fact, I think it's in the Show Me More. If you look in the description box, because I have it listed there as one of the top papers since she uses it quite often. But let me double check that.
I'm sorry this is off camera, but I'm kind of just, winging it here. Got a lot going on.
Just
Don't
winging
want
it, y'all.
to lose my pieces and parts because I might need to repeat them. And I'm ding-donging around here, and this one's sitting over here drying.
Oh, goodness.
That was kind of a clinger.
A clinger? Got a stage 5 clinger? Oh, goodness.
Alright, by golly, we got her done. I still just have a little bit on here, but not, it wasn't. Did you see how I married those up?
I did.
How about that?
Did y'all see that?
Did y'all see that?
Ah, perfect. There we go. Lisa dropped it in there. I think it's 10 sheets, but they're big sheets. Or then you can get like, I think we got like 300 sheets or something like that. I can't remember
What
what the
is
other.
this? What are you
the
talking?
carnival paper. And then we cut it
Oh,
down because
yes.
it was quite the process, and it just, you know, sat
Yeah,
over here. And,
it made my fingers hurt.
yeah. We got her done though.
We did.
There, 480 sheet pack. Thank you, Connie. I appreciate it. Hey, Anthony. Hey, Anthony is our Baron maker guy.
All
So-
right.
If you want a Baron made, he's the dude.
He's a-
Patty has one of his, and so does Susan. She's the one who brought Anthony into the this crazy group.
Okay.
And Anthony, I promise I am going to get you the things that we talked about. I just need a moment in life.
What did you talk about?
Well, I'm going to get him some little PM Artist Studio logo things because I want to see if he can embed that in a Baron in the top. You know, like he does with the, you know, abalone stuff or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Cool. All right, now we need to talk about what color we're going to use here.
Oh,
Look
Darcy
how
has-
nice that is over there, how that kind of ombra'd out over there. Isn't that wonderful? This is not done, I think. I think this is a lovely print. I would hang it on my wall.
I like it. It would look great in the office.
It would. You need to take some of that stuff down that's old. Especially that one, you know, that I don't like, that I keep wanting to. She put it where I can't reach it. She does that kind of thing.
She does.
I said, you know, I think we've got a lot better artwork at this point. That was an experimental piece, and wow, the brayer off's looking pretty good too.
Yeah, and I noticed, Anthony, your fingers in the picture, that you could tell that you had been experimenting because your hands were the same
And
colors.
we like that.
Yeah, shows that you're really
Yeah, that you're like legit.
legit arty.
Now, what black did I use?
I don't know. You're black? Or black out of the tube?
I don't know. I was yammering on. See, that's just, you should not talk while you're trying to do serious art because your brain can only do one thing or another. Well, at least mine. I mean, I'm sure that there's other brains that can handle
Yeah,
multiple,
it's not my brain.
yeah, at a time. Now, you know the plate is naked underneath. So, we've got that.
Well, Fran, you got to talk to Anthony about that. No, the ones that I want are actually, I need to cut them. My plan is to cut the little things out of the Yupo, and then have P, you know, kind of get them mucked up right on the plate, and send them to Anthony, and then see if they fit into that top part of the Baron, where he does the inlay. I was going to try to make that a surprise, but see, now that I've talked about it, I must make it happen. I'm making myself accountable.
That's good to know, Mariah.
Yeah.
You get kind of lackadaisical on me.
I know that's... She's joking.
I'm just being facetious.
Just poking my buttons.
Ha! Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Ooh, that's a good... yes, I'm loving this piece. I think you need to maybe... Are you
Just
gonna
call it?
Either that or... I mean, if you wanted to introduce another color to it, perhaps that tealy, you know, your turquoise...
I don't feel that.
Okay.
Because I think that it would cover up a lot and I would have to really struggle with
That's true.
repeating it.
I can spray it if you want.
I would rather you didn't. Right now, anyway. Okay, well, there we go. Done with that.
Maybe we make a copy of it, and then I can have my way with it.
Take into the deep dark recesses of some closet and muck it up.
Well, if I have a copy, it should be just fine, wouldn't it?
While you use the copy,
Yes. Wasn't gonna
I
use
keep
it.
the original.
That was the plan.
Okay.
All right.
Good
Jeez,
to know.
glad we sorted that
Now,
out.
you know, there are some people that would clean that plate off, but I'm just not that kind of person.
Joni, thanks for hanging with us.
Is she leaving?
Portala's with us. Hello.
You know, I just really feel for these people, you know.
Do I say it right?
Porla?
Is it Porla?
I don't know. I can't tell you that.
Well, I know.
Hey, this is looking really good. I'm kind of, let's just work with this. Okay.
Oh, goodness.
Let's just work with that. All right. So we've
Hey,
lost.
Trish.
We've got black here, so we need a. Oh, pink. What are we going to introduce here? Okay, I just put that booger.
Oh, anyway, good helpful tip from Carrie. Just a helpful tip. I normally cut my large sheets of tissue down using a metal ruler and his quilting rotary cutter. We need one of those rotary cutters.
I know, we do.
We really do.
I've wanted one, but I just didn't see it. Couldn't rationalize.
Let us know if there's a particular brand or anything that's better than, you know, like the rest.
Yeah.
Y'all. Please. And thank you.
All right, let's just use a little old Amsterdam Titan buff.
Now, we just kind of went on a whole thing where it's like, all right, what I did is, you know, so P's kind of way of cutting those large sheets down is to fold it, because we only have the 12 by 12 cutter. So you fold it, you know, what, about 6 sheets or so, probably, at a time.
Yeah.
Whatever can kind of fit in the cutter.
And go under the wire.
Chop it that way, then fold it back the other and chop it. Or no, cut it with the scissors, because it just doesn't fit in our cutter. Love to have a big cutter, but we would also love to have a bigger studio.
Yeah.
For a bigger cutter.
It's kind of a, you know, one of those nice things to have. Not necessary.
All right. Yes. All right. Good deal.
Is this in the frame?
Yes, you are in the frame. I like this.
Yeah, now see? That's starting to look pretty good. Need some yellow stuff going on over here.
So the leftover black mixed with your, is that Titan buff?
Yeah, this is Titan buff.
Kind of made it grungy gray.
Yeah. And I still have some on my little plate here, which is cool.
Hello, Aja.
And I'm just going to grab my...
Oh, you are most welcome. We love sending out a little surprising mail here and there.
Somebody got some surprise?
Aja.
Ah, is it Aha?
I'm pretty sure it's Aja. Let me know. I could have that totally wrong. Hey, Tracy. I loved your swatching of that fancy watercolor business. She got some fancy watercolors.
Oh.
Well, I don't know if they're really fancy, but the box was fancy, so I assumed that they were fancy.
Well, I think
I determine all things by their packaging.
annihilated the thing there, but we don't really care. It's all right.
No.
It's good enough for the people that we go with. If we get a little bit off there, that's good. And
Is that 318, the orange that you got over there?
218.
218, sorry, my bad. I was thinking about that. I was like, maybe it is 2. Yeah.
Still
Oh,
got some-
Asia, like the continent.
Asia.
Okay, there we go.
Asia. Asia.
Well, I was closer than you. It's a competition.
It's a competition. All right, well, we're not getting this off here, so I'm afraid we're going to have to do what I said we weren't going to do, which is we'll just let that dry a bit, and we'll use our other, let's introduce the circle. That's always interesting. And it's got some Mookie Mook on it. That isn't the color.
There you go, Fred. I just dropped it in. I said Anthony Cody, the Baron Maker. That's his Etsy shop.
It's not because I'm being fussy about that. I just didn't like that color. What wasn't working for me?
She's not fussy. She's particular.
Yeah, there you go. I always think a little red's good. I'm trying to... Oh, I know what I'm going to do.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to
Hey, and whenever you guys get your bearings from Anthony, you know, post it in makers because we like to see them, you know.
well, this is a little pinky.
It is kind of pinky. Why is that? Oh, because you still had some of the white on the
It's just
sprayer.
Yeah, and it's not. I don't like these little round plates. They just irritate the dog do out of me.
She hasn't figured out how to use it yet. Give her a
Well,
minute.
just see, it's just futzy, and it never quite works out for me.
Uh-huh. Oh, I like that.
Oh, I don't hate it. It's just kind of poopy color. I don't like that color. And actually what I meant to grab was this other one, which is right beside it. But we've already got that one on there. Okay, I'm just going to put that aside for a bit because I don't know what else to do to it. And let's start a whole new series here. What?
Stella, she's funny. Stella makes me laugh. She says, "Hey, Mariah, you know how you like to say I had a baby? Mine is now in college. I have a kid in college." I love it. That's awesome.
That is. All right, this is, I think this is black. I think this is what I grabbed a while ago, and I thought it was like Prussian or something, and it wasn't. It was like...
Definitely a stitching arc. We love the saucy remarks, and usually they are turned into hashtags. And Mo is awesome. She's a keeper of the hashtags. But any of you guys that wanted to create lists and save them or post them in makers every once in a while, we highly encourage such behavior.
Yes, we do.
We get a chuckle out of it.
We do.
Try to keep it fairly clean-ish, you know, or deep. Whenever when Mo says, "I'm burying this," she kept putting it deeper into the replies. And so if you really wanted to, you know, see the more inappropriate ones, you had to really work for it. We're okay with that as well.
I'm just trying to use my extensive vocabulary that, you know, I spent a lot of money going to college to get.
Expanding thy mind.
Oh, I love that.
Really?
It's not really a... Yeah, love that.
Okay. When gel printers thing to, you know, another person is something else. I was trying to work on that, saying that nice. That looks good, though.
Look at that.
I just wasn't sure about the dark hole thing that was happening.
Well, you didn't know what was on the other side.
I didn't.
And I
no.
did.
I was making
I was looking
assumptions.
at the back.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we've got a red round
Sandra.
thing here. So let's repeat our little round things, but we're going to do them with the this hoop-de-doo thing.
Oh. Yeah, I think we're going to definitely have to, on the next round of papers that we've got quite a bit, but she does, I mean, the tissue goes quickly. Because it's the thing that you almost use more than anything else, because if you are doing the, you know, the technique where you're pulling things off, that's what you're going to use.
Yeah. All right, I want to be very careful with this, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use it as a stencil and pull it right away and put it down.
You like using this one that way?
I do.
A lot, yeah.
And that's one of the reasons that you don't necessarily want to cut off the sides on everything. Or if you do order, and I'm sure that our, you know, special orders don't upset us. It's kind of, you know, Burger King's motto.
What is it?
Well, I shouldn't say that because I don't have anything to do with that. But if you
she's
wanted...
just the P and PM.
Hey, this is where I am.
Yes.
Right here. This is what I do. This is my contribution to the cause.
That is right.
Where are my effing credit cards?
Carrie
I
had a good.
love that sound.
Carrie had a good idea. He says he loves the vocabulary. He loves the words and the vocabulary. Maybe P should teach us a new word every Thursday thought.
Oh, I love that. I can do that.
That's a. If you are enjoying this here,
This
right now at this moment, please do give the thumbsy upsies if
and
you're
even
coming
if you
in.
aren't,
It's
just do it anyway.
just arriving. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. That is the #1 way to support us, and it's free.
And it's free. It doesn't cost anything except a teeny weeny bit of your time and your fingertip. Boop, boop.
Boop us.
And see, you can get a lot of mileage out of those little things that you put down there like that.
Oh God, they are. They're loving the coochie shubi chi. Yes, eating because your mouth is lonely. They love that. There was even a post in Makers. I can't remember who posted.
And if you get a little bit over there, you know, in the grand scheme of things here with what I'm doing here, we're not talking about a lot of real neatness here. This mostly relies on goopy, grungy, whatchamacallit. And I'm good. I need a little bit more.
Yeah.
Right there.
What about the introduction of perhaps like silver over there?
I like that.
Oh, and
I was thinking about that.
Carrie was so sweet. He even did one coffee filter for me in gold.
Oh.
Yeah. See, I get
Well,
love
I'm
somewhere.
even thinking about maybe some gold here.
Oh,
Well, we've got yellow.
I like that. Actually, that balances it out better than silver. I just figured you would be more apt to jump on the silver.
Oh, poopy poopy.
Yeah, I know. Look at where we're at in life.
Poopy poopy. I don't know what this is going to do. It's probably going to turn into kind of rose gold, but we don't care. I just need something in that spot too, because it's kind of like the black hole of Calcutta here.
Mean. Is that like
That's a place.
the black hole of Calcutta?
Yeah.
Well, what happens there?
Bad things.
Oh, we need to remedy that stat.
Just paper's going to be totally
Yeah,
mucked.
it's funny.
I said mucked.
Yes, you did. It's mucky muck. But it's the good kind.
Punch it a couple of times.
I like that. Well done.
Contrast, my friends. Oop. When you stencil it on, it's kind of thick, so, you know.
Do you want your apron?
No.
Okay.
That's all right. This thing that I've got on has all kinds of stuff on it.
All right.
I've changed my mind. I really don't like that line there, but I left it on there too long, so I guess I'm just going to have to live with it.
Oh, Fran says people died in the black hole of Calcutta.
Yeah, it's a bad place.
Well, like, is it in the desert or?
No, it's India.
I mean, what goes on there? I mean, other
It's
than
like
just bad
it's a
things.
bad place. I'm telling you,
Oh.
right? It's just a
Like,
bad place.
Kind of like is it like the Bermuda Triangle?
No, it's like this is the place where the bad people hang out.
Oh.
And I think it's a really poor part of the country.
Oh, gotcha.
And, you know,
Okay. Hey, Carmencita. So glad you're here. Bye, Cindy. Oh,
I'm
she
trying to
said she has
cover
a
up my
mom.
line there, and I'm probably just making it worse. But, oh well, we needed some gold over there.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, we do not want that.
Well, I'm going to look that up and get
No.
I'm going to get smarter about that. Will it make me sad? It'll probably make me sad, but that's okay. Sometimes life is sad.
Remember, if you get after it before it dries. What?
Carrie says it's like Dallas after dark. True that.
All right, well, I kind of messed up my... I think that's going to be okay. Because I do have kind of a strong line there, here, here. So, you know, that's okay. I'm kind of feeling that I need something over here in this corner. Feeling like I need a little more yellow down here, maybe.
Maybe you should leave that one alone for a minute and let it dry
Properly.
fully. Because I think if you start adding some things in those areas, that you're going to run into some goopy gook.
Well, this is true because once you start putting it,
Yeah.
but I do have a little bit of gold that I must use right away.
Well,
I'll just,
let's start a new thing or there you go. Ooh, look at that.
Don't waste your good color. Making a good little background here for later on.
There you go. That's how you use your gift cards.
All right. That's good. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. We still have some goopy goop on here. All right. Well, let's get another one started here.
Oh yes, we saw. Yeah, we saw Froyle doing her
Really love
collage
this.
things.
I really like this clear, but I think I almost like this one better. It's a little bit lighter,
A wee bit brighter.
a wee bit brighter. This has a bit of black in it.
I would say that your other one is more pigmented.
Well, this
Slightly.
one is extremely transparent, you can see. Yeah, okay. I'm going to use this one. We're going to start a whole new color combination.
That's right, Carmencita. It's a gift that keeps on giving.
We're going to use this lovely mauve, which is, you know, I got another one up here that says mauve too. Mauve is kind of like one of those, if you don't know what color it is, just call it mauve.
If it's sort of purpley and
Yeah,
you know,
whatever.
whatever.
Yeah. Kind of darky, grungy, purpley with a tinge of red to it. It's more of a red violet than it is anything. Oh, that's going to be lovely. Look at that.
I like that color.
Lovely grunge we got going on there. I hope we can get that off of there. Look at that. Isn't that lovely?
Ooh, there was even some gold stuff there.
Yeah.
That makes me happy. Oh, yes, and Brenda says that, so if you want to get super fussy, you can gel medium that stuff off, wipe it off what you don't like. She learned that from Dee Dee William.
Okay, I don't know what that means. I mean, I don't know
think
what
what
said.
she's saying, that like if you like the grunge that's on the plate, is that what you're saying? And then you can just matte medium, or you know, just something clear, and then pull that off. So that way you can get that particular stuff off.
Oh, okay.
And put it on the top of something. Because, you know, you got to think about that in the whole layers of things. And let me tell you, there's nothing more depressing than losing some cool stuff by accidentally putting some opaque paint and thinking you're going to, you know, get that or cover up the next thing. Because if you want just the cool mucky muck on top of something else.
Yeah.
That's where you can really, you know, make a dagnabbit kind of situation.
That calls for some words that
we try not to say around here.
We're really working at it because, you know, we would like for our baby to have a really successful year and
not be judged by the bad.
Well, you know, we got a lot of church-going people in this particular part of the world, and
well, some people just choose not to use such language anyway, because, you know.
Well, we don't know any of those people, but, you know, that is a theory.
Ooh.
Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. That's some nice stuff going on there. Okay, we don't want to make this line up.
I was going to say line it up.
No, oh, hell no.
I wanted her to line it up.
I could hear her over there.
I said,
line it up, line it up.
No worries, Maxine. We're happy that you're here.
We are.
Oh, what color is which one? Show the two So there's the Lucas Krill. That's the orangey, yellowy that she went with. Is what?
It's $46.24.
That's a Lucas Krill Studio. We got that stuff on a great sale from Jerry's Artorama.
Yes. And this is where I absolutely fell in love with this color. This is a color I would never, I would not want to be without. I would not say never. That's kind of a long time.
Oh, Carrie wants to know why Izzy calls you Gigi.
Because she couldn't talk.
Yeah, I was just kind of what.
That's what our baby decided. It was the G.
Yeah, because we were like, my nephews call her just Grandma Trishy. But she couldn't do the grandma thing, or, you know. It just sort of happened.
Yeah, it was her little word.
Now we did push the Popsy thing, because we thought that was...
Yeah, we thought that was fun and cute. And, and let's see if we can get anything off of this. Probably not, but sometimes.
Oh, here, Darcy's bringing back the Wikipedia stuff about puce. Is a dark red or purple brown color. Brownish purple or dark reddish brown. And then the images that look anywhere from dark mauve to burnt sienna type colors. Man. Oh, Brenda's great grandmother was Gigi, because it was great grandmother.
Oh,
That makes sense. I love this.
I'm not a great grandmother.
You kind of.
Don't you talk about Don't you talk about it. I already know what you're gonna say.
Calcutta is in the building. Need to remedy that. That's all I'm saying.
Not yet. It's simply smoky smokiness. I can, and Carrie, this is meant in the very, very best of. I watch you work, and I'm just like Mariah said. I don't think you could find two people that were more opposite on the
how to approach
things than Carrie and I. But I love watching you because I'm like fascinated. It's kind of like, I don't know.
She finds you enjoyable.
I do, because it's like so foreign to my way of thinking that I don't ever think of the things that you think of.
Do you feel that way about us too?
I'm sure that I have a feeling that, you can go ahead and say it. It won't hurt my feelings. Not at all.
Oh, goodness. Oh, bye, Anthony. Glad gotta head back to the shop. Oh, yes. Before it's hot, I can imagine. Yeah, these are some of my most favorite colors. I love purple and orangey yellow.
And where's my move? And you know what I like about this is if you brayer it out, it's very transparent. When you use it really thick like that, you can get really, really nice, dense.
Yes,
dense colors, but it also is really
Aww. Anne says, yes, Carrie is calming and encouraging. He also sounds like a dear friend. P has a little bit more in her. This is where she...
What? Oh.
The energy that you put to the plate is different. Yes. This is therapy. For us all. I like that.
I love it.
Now, I think what would be really awesome is if then you brought the gold situation back into play and did that.
It's not time yet, Mariah. You just calm your jets.
Well, I just like to say my piece at this point in case then you were like, well, you didn't speak up earlier. So we're kind of heading in the...
Beep, 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 beep.
Good talk.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So Devin, the weird little strip came from, because it was the bit that was left over. Because remember, she cut up her 12 by 12 plate, and so this was one of the pieces that was sort of an odd, because she wanted 2 5x7s, I believe, right? Because then there was like kind of the...
Yeah, and it just couldn't get around that little, you know. Oh,
But it has turned out to be a cool little thing to have.
oh, look at that ombre.
Oh, yeah.
Unintentional ombre.
Love that. Happy accidents.
Boy, I'll say. That's what happens when you don't ever clean off your brayer.
No, no. Sometimes I just want to look away until it's done.
I know. Oh my gosh. You know, I've told you about this before, but Picasso. And he watched himself afterwards, and he only did one of those because it was so painful. He says, do I really do that? Do I hesitate and pause and whatnot? And
I think this is why a lot of actors don't like watching their acting. You know, they'll say that I don't watch myself.
It makes you very self-conscious.
I like watching our videos back, but then
I
again,
do sometimes.
I'm watching like I'm not actually. Some of the process videos, it makes me crazy to watch of mine, because I'm like, geez, could have done that better.
Boy, I'm certainly talking a lot about that.
Yeah, just move on.
Whatever. Good God Almighty. Can I just, like, get it out there? Dear Lord.
Yeah, that's what she said. She's like, oh my God, why did it take me to do that?
Oh, whew. Put that on that side and
Oh, you got
hope for the best.
You got some red murdery
Yeah.
things happening.
Do.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all over me and everything
Oh.
else. Now we're going orange. Kind of dirty orange. Love dirty orange. Love me some dirty orange. We'll put that on the inside so it's not so horribly. Oh, and we're going to be scooped.
Kayla says, shouldn't there be a counselor present when P&M talk about the next steps to do? Sometimes, yes. We need a third party that's, willing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Now that's nice. See?
Yeah.
I mean, it did go off a little bit, but, it's good enough.
Okay, what's next?
Well, now we can sort of address the black hole of Calcutta.
Well, I thought that was that thing in the corner, and I feel like that's kind of gone, but now there's, the white light coming from the middle that
Is that bothering you, Mariah?
maybe. What do you guys feel like? Sounds bothering
Well,
you?
I've got my other plate that I keep getting hooked up with here. Where is my big grande? Grandote.
Is that really a word?
Yeah,
Sometimes I think she makes things up.
I do.
But she says it like, she knows.
With authority. That's
does.
all it takes.
It really does.
Okay, now I'm realizing this. And I am feeling that there needs to be something going on out there. And I'm
that's right, Darcy.
really, I told you we were going to stick to these smaller plates, but I lied.
It's hard, yeah, like, because you're moving, especially in a live stream, like the whole finishing your sentence thing, and then, you see something, you're like, oh, well, I want to address that very quickly, so it kind of transition. So, in the live stream, it's nice if you guys bring us either back or somebody reminds us, hey, by the way, you didn't finish
Your thought, yeah, you went
see that?
you went south on me
Set that
there.
up so nicely.
I don't mind if you remind me, because I know I do that. And that's kind of how my brain works, and that's why it's really hard to talk.
Oh, the Lucas Krill Burgundy. What number is that?
It is 4729.
I love that color because it's sort of that mulberry, but it's not as bright as the Amsterdam that's similar. Oh, let's give it a go, Gayla.
What?
It's just as I would tell you what I think, but I don't know I could handle the PI roll.
Oh, come on.
She may really like it, and then that's always, it feels good. I don't know why it feels so good. Bye, Trish.
I'm getting some friction going here. Drying that baby up.
Shaking the table.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Now,
I don't know that I need to deal with the black hole from Calcutta. I think it's okay. It's got some texture to it now.
yeah, that I'm fine with. I think you dealt with that. I'm just still not happy about that, you know.
Out in the middle?
Mm-hmm. The Carol Ann situation in the middle.
Into the light, Carol Ann.
I mean, it really
Into
does draw you to the middle, but
light.
that's all I see then, and I'm not seeing the loveliness that's happening around there, because I'm just stuck at like, okay, well, why didn't you finish it? What happened? This is the sentence that needs, you know, finishing.
Well, I don't know that I agree with that, but we're going to try something here. It
Okay.
may be the wrong thing.
Yeah, you're scaring me a little, but no, because you're gonna obliterate the purples. She's gonna do it. Anyway.
Yeah, you're right.
Where's the smaller one? Or yeah, okay. Now that's a good. I like this problem solving. Okay. But that was a good call.
Yeah, did you notice the finesse with which I did that?
Yes, I did. She didn't.
Okay,
smack
what's
it.
Gayla said?
Let's see. Gayla. She might be working up her thoughts.
Oh,
Might be a little scared.
come on, Gayla, we can take it. Remember, I taught junior high. I really do. I love this color. I love this color with yellow.
Mm-hmm.
It's just absolutely wonderful. And when they mix together, you just get this nice, mellow.
It's a very warm brownie.
It is. And it's just lovely. Lovely, lovely. Now, I went ahead and did that because I'm trying to get this off of here. I don't need this plate right now. But
Oh, Lisa says there's a word for loss of words, but my brain can't recall it.
that's a good. All right, where did you go? Oh, there you are.
All right, Darcy, no worries.
Oh, look, here's one more little.
And then Lexi says, yes, especially if you're trying to make art at the same time. I'm trying to make my first video, and I noticed that I finished thoughts. Well, but then you freeze while you do it. Well, because you're using two different parts of your brain. That's one of the reasons that we enjoy this type of setup, because P can really focus on the art part of it.
You know, Mariah's yammering away over there.
Well, I'm doing, the activity.
I know. It's a very necessary.
Yeah.
Because I never finish a thought.
Thank you, Candy. They're liking the final combination there, and Colleen was in agreement on the whole, yeah, the white part.
All right, now, Windsor Newton and their tubes. You don't want to bend those over. Now, they just get bent over, but they get stuck.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I watched, who was I watching use the little plate, this little thing the other day, Mariah. The video that I was watching.
That was Devin.
Devin. And I was like, how's she getting hers to work
She
like
was
that?
like,
I'd never
"That's
get my
fantastic."
round plate to work like that. Just, you know, it just sits there and it doesn't take the color right, and one side's okay and one side's not okay, and hers was okay.
She's not mastered the circle yet.
I just get angry every time I use it.
Well, I think because you come at it like you're coming at a 5x7. With
Could have something to do with it. Just a thought.
It's just a thought.
Just a thought. That's what Bo says.
Oh, goodness.
I like Bo. I like me some Bo. All right, look at that.
It's mighty close to the corner.
Yeah, but it's got a bookend.
Okay.
It's got a bookend that brings you back in. It's not going off the page.
I like it. I feel like there should be 2 other circular.
Oh God,
You know I'm right. Because she saw it too. And she's like, all right, I need to repeat that. Because there's just one large, truly circular object on the page there. Everything else is a little bit more organic.
This is going to be the seal.
Okay, I like it. I'm going to make it gold. Please make it gold. Okay. Fantastic.
But it's going to be kind of that, have a little of that also. Tambien.
Tambien. Okay, I might have missed some things. Oh, here. Oh, see, Gelli finally came back, gave us some.
Pardon. What?
Oh, Carla, she's been traveling and doing all kinds of things. All right, Gelli says, I did have advice, but I found myself rocking back and forth and I started sweating, so I decided not to.
To do what?
Well, we don't mean to stretch it out, Gelli.
Gosh, no.
See, her and Pat, like, they've met and they've hung out, and so I think Gelli can kind of give it to Patty and not worry about. We'll get there, Gelli. We feel that we can have that same relationship, and I think P needs somebody else telling her what else to do, because you and I tend to agree on things. I might have some selfish motivation in this. Oh, I love that. You need a little bit smaller circle. Oh, that works too.
It was just too strong.
Yeah, because it was. You had 2. Hey, you had 2 things here.
Rude, Mariah.
I'm not.
Hey, did y'all see that?
I'm just saying that there were 2.
Just want that little bit of
Debbie.
white to get the hell out of there. Okay. All right, well, very obviously we have a focal point here. Why does this work here? And I keep telling you, don't emphasize your corners. This is not emphasizing the corner because I have a bookend here. I have a bookend here, and what the bookend does is it brings you back in. And the circle works as a directional device because it touches with the dark here. You go here, you come up here. You're going to the areas where the high contrast is. This little circle takes you back around, and maybe this time you're going to go this way. And
the funny thing is so now with that one addition of the circular piece
in the middle. I have some tiny little circles here.
Right, but they were, again, more organic and didn't truly emphasize or create repetition of the one object that you had put over the corner.
You're absolutely right.
So, but I think what's cool here, I want to talk about this for a second. As a viewer, I think now what you have done, which is really cool, so you have the dancing graffiti that brings you over to the tomato piece there in the corner. But then you feel like, oh, that tomato piece now is going to kind of like bounce you up and bring you back around. And then there's a nice little swirl there in the middle. And that's some good business there. Yep. Good job, Pete. I'm very pleased with your work today.
Suggestion of circle. Well, I'm getting rid of this thing right now before it flops over on something and really messes something up. Okay, I think this is a nice composition. I'm liking it. Now let's bring somebody else back in and see if we can add some more.
Oh, yes.
Here.
It was me too, Colleen.
What?
The little white piece that you got rid of that white business that's happening in the middle.
Yeah, you saw how I did it with a baby wipe and some color off the plate. Okay. I don't know. I still think I need yellow here.
Yes.
I don't think I need it down here. I've got enough here. And I love this edge of this mucky muck. Yeah. I don't know. It's very, I like it. But I just think I need a bit of yellow over here to keep that going. So that's not going to be a big deal. Just going to put a little on here and kind of stamp it off.
Well, and what about even using some of your kind of the nickel hazel gold or...
Well, I think I could do that, but I really kind of want to get some of this going back in here, the same color
see,
of...
carries with me. The red iron oxide might be kind of nice in there.
Perhaps.
We'll give her a moment. She'll marinate on that. I like this square business. I feel more involved. Like usually when you're doing your prints on the gel plate, that's you, and we kind of just get to ooh and aw at it.
Well,
sometimes you take some suggestions, but this is a bit more interactive.
I'm not necessarily composing on the gel plate.
We're gonna work through it, Colleen.
Pardon?
Oh,
what are
very
we?
nice. Just kind of, you know, just working the piece. We're working the piece.
Working the piece. And remember, this was a brayer off.
Hi, Ginger. Those of you that are coming in, please do give the thumbsy up. See, say hello in the chat. We want to say hello back. We love to love on you. You know that. Those of you that are new to the channel, please do boop that subscribe button. That's gonna be my thing. I like it. Boop it. I'm sticking with that for a bit.
I don't want the light to completely go away. I kind of like that. It gives you a little bit of, you know, that whole idea of contrast. But since I don't have any, now the other thing I could do is I could do an opposite white here, like a true white, not my Titan buff.
Yes, Devin. So Devin had asked, like a maze brings you through the piece. Yes, you kind of want to create that to where you're tell a story, but keep them in the flipping book.
In the frame.
Don't end that chapter badly. Ooh, that was a lot for that little plate.
Okay.
Thank you, Darcy. Appreciate you helping me out there. Okay. Yes. Boop the button. I think there might be another YouTuber that says that. Like one of the content creators. I can't remember. Maybe I picked that up. I'm impressionable. I've been influenced. She's not listening.
That's good. All right. Now see, broke up that big blob of yellow there.
I would love, even if you could turn, okay, well this might kind of, because you're in the area that
It's kind of, you know, it's the period at the end of the sentence. Don't want to mess with that because I love that. Yeah. I love this corner here. This corner over here is kind of messy.
You've now established a harder, you kind of have two columns.
Well, I actually have three if you consider the negative space in the middle.
Well, right, yes, I'm saying that, so I don't know that if I'm coming into the building or am I coming out. Like, I think you need to define, is the middle going to come to the forefront, or I feel like that's what should happen. That's just me. Yes, oh sorry, I took Blossoms to the fair. And then next year, I think we're going to enter more things. We'll see how it goes this year. They were very interested in Vinela. All the people that saw Vinela. And they wanted to know how heavy she was. Like, I mean, you could just tell it even as we were walking around, because there was kind of a mix-up of what category we were in, because that was another interesting thing. They don't really have categories for artist books, and like they didn't have sculpture, but I don't know that Milo was gonna. They put her in paper mache because we felt like that was probably the truest place for her because she was technically done in that style, and mine ended up in collage. So we shall see. Who knows? Maybe we start a whole new category. PM Artist Studio inspired art.
See, you don't have to use the whole,
Ah, yes, that is a good call, Carrie. He says that he finds it interesting as you turn the piece, it changes the balance and character. Sometimes I have to ask her, is it supposed to be like this or like this? You know, because sometimes I have a different feeling. I like this framing it up. That is helping.
well, and I think it's giving it a sense of weight. Because, you know, I think you should really have your heaviest part at the bottom. That defines it. You know, I'm done. I'm done. I love it.
I can futz with it a little bit later.
Yeah, probably will. But
I think the next phase, you know, it's so funny. You know, we talk about this, that every once in a while we notice that, like, we have kind of a circular creation of things. Because this reminds me of some of those pieces that you were working on a while back. And then it's like the next step for it should be maybe some texture paste. Because I think that would get interesting. Or even some color pencil.
I'm not feeling that right now. I'm not
Or
feeling that.
some frottage a little bit, perhaps.
I think this needs more black.
Oh, I don't. Can you start a new one?
It needs black.
What do you got? Oh,
It needs black.
okay.
Needs black. There's that damn circle.
Oh, Ginger, we love that too. And we yeah, I mean, that's been something that's been very important to us about, you know, when somebody new comes in, we want you to feel loved.
Yes, we do.
Because we want you to come back and hang out.
Because I've been in so many other of those groups.
Is that all that you wanted to do?
Yeah.
Yeah, some lives, they don't really say hi back. That's one thing I love Patty's. Everybody's super friendly over there. I mean, that's good times. Fran does the same thing. You know, we're all real lovey on people's over there too. But there are some that just kind of aren't as lovey.
Well, and you know, I told Mariah, I said, I think we really should give the devil a stew here because the whole thing is...
Oh, playing with fire right there.
The whole thing about this is... kind of running out of paint. My paint's
Aw.
getting dry.
Thanks, Dawn.
I made
Well-
it so it doesn't go away.
Yeah, well, you need to bounce out that other corner.
I'm trying to.
Alright.
I'm working on it.
Okay. There are 4 corners.
I just need to.
I really would love that other one at the top. Because I
Well.
feel like I'm going to fall out of it.
No, you're not.
Okay.
Because you're going to be very tied to the bottom. See, everybody? She wants me to do something up there.
I do.
I'm not going to do it right now. I might, but I'm not going to do it right
Okay,
now.
fair enough.
If you don't know what to do, don't do anything.
We are at 71, which is very nice. That is true. If you go over to Patty's, Gayla is a moderator. She sets the tone of awesomeness. For
She
sure.
does, and it just cracks me up, some of the things that she says sometimes. I just,
We want her to do a little bit of that over here because she's
yes,
quite
we
funny.
do. She is. She's
We're working her into it. She needs to feel more comfortable.
Seriously.
Well, she's met Patty. She knows Patty.
I know. You know, we physically need to get together because I think we would have a hoot nanny time.
Hoot nanny. Well, Gayla's in Georgia. We have peoples in Georgia.
We do.
My best friend is there. My brother.
Who we never hear from, but we know he's still there.
Mm-hmm. Well, he talks to my other brother.
All right, now I don't know if this is the thing to do, but you know, sometimes you just do things because you can. And I just want to start over here with a different whatever's going on here, and I'm just going to leave that for a minute while I, you know, try to get this other stuff off of this plate over here and get this poor little.
Oh, Fran says that she liked the print before the black, especially the red tomato bottom right. Sad now.
Well, don't know what to tell you, Fran.
This is the tricky part about being the audience. What's she doing there?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, are you going to put that with that? Careful.
And that's the other thing. I need a bigger. It's hard for me to hold on to that little edge of that acrylic plate.
Hi, Misty.
Ooh.
Oh, something. It's kind of coming up out of the darkness.
We'll put some smushy stuff on this other end.
Okay.
I didn't want two circles down there because I was afraid if the top rounded off it'd look like a.
And says the brayer quick should be a sound effect in a horror movie. Ooh, that's pretty. And I don't know why the lighting went kind of weird. I think we have clouds coming through or something. I don't know.
A bit more paint on that than probably needed to be.
Oh yes, and that's kind of where we were at. And you know, she'd bust. What did you bust out the little plate for? And then you're like, I need to play with those more.
I don't know. I can't remember now.
Well, it was the last stream, and you really liked. Did you show him the blue one? That was kind of your. Oh, I liked that. That was sort of the. Well, I'm watching Devin do her circle thing too.
Yeah, that's what made me think about the circles.
And she's going to give it another go. She gets angry at it every time she busts little circles out.
I do.
Makes for good, you know, good streaming.
Good streaming.
It's kind of, the yellow thing's a little blobby. I don't know how else to say that.
Oh, hush.
It's just, it needs something.
No, it doesn't. I like that. That shape there. Is that what you're...
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay.
Done. Still got some smushy stuff on here. I don't know.
And Devin, did you stream directly from YouTube? Did you? Because you're not using like StreamYard or. I was kind of curious about that. I'd like to chat with you more, Devin, about the, you know, YouTubey business. I think we should have more chat about that in the collab. In our little collab groupie part, you know. Stuff that most of you guys probably don't care about at all. But those of us with channels kind of do.
I'm not going to do that. I'm going to start off with a black again.
She's feeling dark today.
Actually, I really do think this is a black. It's 702, but you know, it's that darn writing that Amsterdam does that you can't read it.
It looks kind of bluish.
Because the print's the same dead gum color as the...
Yeah, it's blue.
No, it's not.
I think it has a blue tint to it.
Well, it's unintentional blue then. I'm trying to get this on the end because I think this is kind of cool when it does that.
Yes. Now, this particular one, I think so, because this is probably the one that cut.
Pardon?
Judging by how much, because it had white on it, because the other ones that she had cut for us to then turn into the strips were all black. It's part of volume 1, large strips. Here, I'll put a link in so you guys kind of know exactly what I'm talking about. And then I think Brad listed all the strips separately, which was pretty smart. Because normally we'd kind of list them together, but they are all quite different. So that was a good call. Lisa, I think in the last stream, weren't they talking about that somebody said that they had found tins for the 12 by 12s, but I think they were deeper.
They found what?
Tins, or maybe it was the paper storage, like for scrapbooking paper.
Oh, tins, okay.
You can find the paper things for those, which are plastic, which are fine. But the problem with those is they're pretty deep, because you want to.
They didn't fit on my shelf.
Yeah, they didn't fit on our shelf. But I think you can utilize those in the same way that you do tins. Specifically, tins, I haven't seen any. Oh, goodness. See, kids are creepy. I'm telling you, kids can be creepy.
What is it?
Carla took her grandkids to an old hangar at the airport where you can see the planes take off and come in. Grandson said, I bet if you had to hide in that old hangar at night, there'd be clowns in there. Izzy's like thoroughly convinced that something's living in her closet.
We even wrote them notes to.
And I said, see, they haven't answered back.
I told her, I said, that's a good sign because that means there's not anybody in there, baby.
Yeah. Because we contemplated on whether they should answer or not.
Yeah.
There was discussion.
Discussion.
Gayla says, Patty P&M said that they like your stream, but I took complete credit because of my superior moderating skills. It is true.
We talk about that as far as Mariah's concerned sometimes too. I said, you know,
she
really,
also has attacking baby wipes.
God. Hey, I need some more. I've got one more over here, and I feel sure that's not going to get me through. What time is it?
Oh, the plate. So Fran was talking about the plate. Oh, you got 15 minutes.
Okay, I can probably make it with the two that I've got here.
Yeah, that's the end piece from the kind of how P wanted to cut up the 12 by 12. So there was just a little strip that was left over there. So she could either have one longer plate or chop that off, and then there ended up being the two 5 by 7s. I think that's how that worked out. And I need to draw that out so we kind of can remember and you guys know what the heck we're talking about. But it's one of the little end pieces of plate, the gel plate.
Now, you noticed how adroitly I did that. I would really like a lot of...
Adroit?
Oh my goodness, I can't believe she did that and it didn't fall off. Come on, that was some good stuff going on there, folks.
This sort of has a Moroccan, also a little bit kind of southwesty feel.
Oh God, we got to get rid of that. Oh Lord.
It's kind of a little anti-southwesty theme. She likes New Mexico.
I like New Mexico. I just don't like that kitschy stuff. You know, the...
Well, it's a little overplayed. You have to keep in mind that we're kind of from that area. And so you see a lot of it. And it kind of sometimes goes a bit like to the tacky side versus, oh, that is, you know, some awesome Native American art that should just be, you know, oohed and awed at.
I love...
But it shouldn't be like your full-on decor. That's our feeling. Hopefully that has not offended anyone.
Yeah.
We apologize.
Ahead of time.
It is a personal feeling.
Yeah. Definitely.
Just want a disclaimer that. So there isn't a lot of, like, my entire house is southwest, you know. It happens a lot, actually, out in that part of it. It can be done well, though. I will say Dad's Liz, actually. They kind of have that decor there.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't think she's watching. I don't think she would be offended either.
Puke.
It wasn't puke.
Probably had
They
to
had
go
some of that
with
really...
your dad's Kachina dolls.
Oh, I know. He's so in love with his Kachina dolls. I have some of them, I think. Do I?
I wanted to take them apart and do something with them, and he practically had an epileptic fit.
She embraced the Kachina dolls. Oh, goodness. Yes, I will draw it out. In fact, P probably has it somewhere, but we'll redo it because
What are you talking about?
the plate, how it was cut up.
Oh.
Yeah, Fran would like to see that. The configuration of cuts.
Well, you just keep playing with it till it's the... And then...
I know, but we reference this quite a bit, so I think that it's worth us drawing out and showing.
Okay. Well, yeah, I don't mind. I'm just trying to get rid of this Kachina doll look here. Not to worry, I certainly will, I assure you. We're going Asian.
Anne says Kachina doll scared her more than clowns did as a kid. Yeah, they're a little more serious. And yes, and Anne says cheaply copied Native American art is offensive. I agree with that. Yeah, exactly. It can be overdone. All right, good. We've got some. You guys understand where we're coming from.
I'm not dissing on the, you know, whole thing. I'm just talking about people that try to emulate it and it looks like crap.
Yes, or use color schemes that aren't necessarily sugar business.
Sugar business. Sugar business.
Yes, I will do that, Fran.
Get some
Where are you going with this?
Scary
Plan it out.
dragon stuff going on.
That's not where
here.
I was going to go with that.
Well, I'm trying to cover up that
Oh, the part that you knew
the
that I meant.
Kachina doll look.
Ooh, there. Yeah, now you're getting a little more graffiti-y. That's a word.
Absolutely.
Okay. Darcy says the next emoji for perch should be a biscuit with sugar on it. Or maybe Brad can make one where it's just, they're so tiny. But like if I could hold a sugar, you know, some sugar and then a biscuit. Yeah. Or we just go with sugar biscuit. We'll do a sugar biscuit. We could swap one out. Because I think we need like 8 more people before we get another emoji. They're kind of stashed with them.
I just don't understand that.
I don't either. I guess they're incentivizing us to incentivize you guys. join up for.
All right, now, here we go. Do I want to use this? If I want it to show up here, I do not. So I've got this in sort of the same color range.
Oh, we only need 2 to 3 people? Well, there you go. Hey, guys. Sign up for the Arty Perks. We can get some more emojis. You can be the Powsy Wowsy. You don't have to go full on.
Yeah. And I do have a lot of nice prints ready for y'all.
If you want to go loverly, then you get a
Oh,
print.
is that it?
Mm-hmm. I know I owe Kylie Koo a print. Pretty sure of that. Ooh.
Well, you make sure it's a good one.
Well, that's your department. Oh, thank you. God, I was really hoping you were going to go in that area. Gayla says the Nightbot just winked at her. Making friends, Gayla, wherever you go, making friends.
It is important.
Now, whatever you do after the stream, that's your business. Oh, for the Arty Perks. And then, so what happens at different levels, so as we grow as a channel and if we get more members, then we can add more of like all of the little emojis. So when we hit a certain number of people that are in the Arty Perks, then we can add additional emojis. Oh, and Marcia says that not cleaning the brayer is making some great colors.
Boy, isn't that the truth. I mean, you just couldn't ask for much better than that. And I don't know if that's going to be what I needed there.
So if you'll notice right there up in the chat, it says join our Arty Perks. There is a link that happens in the chat from our little Nightbot that is flirting with Gayla. But yes, if you go to the main part of the channel and even down below here, there's a join button. And then you get to watch the little video and stuff. And I get emotional. Big shocker. But I get real emotional whenever we talk about you guys and just all of this. It's pretty awesome. Makes me very emotional. Izzy has started saying, I think that'll make you cry, Mommy.
Don't watch that.
Or, are you crying, Mommy? I got time. Happy tears. Patty says, like all men, Nightbot is weak around Gayla's orbit. She is quite. She's pretty in tune with most things until you're kind of like, oh my God, why were you not listening? Yeah, they're just. She amazes us and then also amazes us.
Now see, this is why you work on multiple ones at once.
Uh-huh.
Because then you've got, if you have something left over on your plate, which I pretty much mucked that up out there, I'm going to have to do something there. That just didn't come off. I love this.
Yeah.
Really love that. And I think I can make that happen over here right now. And I don't know, maybe that'll be a little bit too green, but I don't know.
Oh, see, Gayla says you need to do more of these collages. They're awesome. I like this. I find this much more, kind of engaging. Personal.
Well, I got that going the wrong way, but oh well. We'll make it work.
You could have turned your thing around.
I could have, but...
Not now.
Not now. Okay, no worries. No worries, folks. No worries.
You always cut that part of the print off, too. It's an option.
It's an option. But when that dries, we're going to take care of that with some red. And come back in with our other stencil.
That is a fantastic observation and question, actually. Would glaze make it more cohesive? Hey, Hi, welcome, Lexi.
Yes, ma'am, it would.
So this is where getting out a bigger plate, you could
Go over the whole thing with
and
the same color.
Yes.
Excellent. Who asked that?
Huta.
And that's where your transparent.
Fran's inspired. She wants to do this. Well, now you have all those little plates. You can do it. We expect to see this on Monday.
That's where some of you were talking about that. That's where you could use something like this interference gold fine, where it lets everything show through. If I wanted it to be shiny, I could do that. I don't really want it to be shiny though. All right, now where's my red that I was using? What red was I using?
Lexi signed up because she's like, I needed this emoji. She wanted the pea on fire. It is a good one. We've noticed that one is used quite a bit.
Absolutely.
All right, so 2 more to go and we can add a sugar biscuit. I think I've actually mentioned that to Brad. And he might have sort of worked on a sugar biscuit. Maybe it's sprinkling down or something. All right, Stitching Art says, all right, P, get your little brayer. Get out your little brayer. You have a mini-me, yes?
I do. I do. But, I don't know. I feel like with that little brayer about like I do with my
The little circle.
circle. It just irritates the dog do out of me. All right, I'm really loving this. I mean, I don't know what y'all think about this.
Thumbsy upsies if you do like see.
And just shut the hell up if you don't. All right. That was really rude. I didn't really mean that. I just couldn't resist that because, you know, it was just like that bird nest on the ground. I couldn't resist. This is irritating. And
Well, you need a minute and you need to come back and look at it.
no, I got it.
You got this.
I got this. Don't ever clean off your plate, because if you clean off your plate, you lose the cohesion of, you know, all of your.
Thanks, Lisa. She gave us some super chat. That's super awesome. Very much appreciate that.
What does that mean?
She gave us monies in the
Holy
chat.
moly!
I know.
You don't have to do that, honey.
But
We love you.
we just like that you guys show up. Seriously.
So happy.
Yeah.
All right, now. Don't.
Yes, that is right. Stitching Art. Sugar biscuit is very naughty swear word converted. The center is a little eye cat looking. Oh, it cat. Sorry.
I don't know. I just feel like that's too dark.
You're gonna.
Y'all feel like that?
Well, what you need to do is.
Well, see, the dang thing's wet, and it doesn't pick up anything when it's wet. FYI.
Yeah, FYI.
All right.
Aw, thanks, Lisa. We love you too. And P speaks her mind. That she do. I told her that it's totally fine. Just, you know, make sure the filter's on just a little bit. All right, here's. Would you like some?
Okay, I'm gonna do what Mariah said.
Yeah,
I'm going to put it aside.
dry.
I'm going to, you know, do what I never do here, and I'm down to one. Not that my wipes are not wet anymore. They're kind of.
And we are kind of stopping. We could just look at the prints.
But I do want to solve this problem here.
Okay, well then let's stay on and solve this
You
problem.
know, I feel like that I need to do this for closure.
Okay.
Closure.
Hang in there with us, folks. We need closure.
We need closure.
Can we talk through this and I
Sure.
suggest,
You
or
can
you just have your
suggest,
ideas?
and I'm going to go ahead and do what I want to do. But what's your idea?
Two options. You could just go ahead and grab one of the stenciling ones and stencil something over the top of that, which could be like white or silver or even the gold. Because that's what needs to happen in that area. You just keep blurbing it out with using the plate. Because what you really, in fact, need is the design and not the block.
Thank you, Mariah. You are absolutely 100% right. That's what I just did.
Well done.
Now, I didn't come out very white,
Mm-mm.
but maybe enough. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And actually, it's probably good that you didn't come out like super stark. Now, if you brought your little baby wipe in there and cleaned up them straight edges, you'd be really fine and dandy.
Jeez.
You know I'm right. There we go. Just a little.
Like I said, my baby wipes are not very wet. I could spit better than this.
You may want to spit on it. Then everybody will know it's yours.
It'll have my DNA there. Okay, look at that. I think that's just wonderful. Oh, and I got some good stuff there. Where am I going to use that?
Yes, stop, Devin. It will be life altering for you. And I, the work that you already do. If you got you some acrylic plates, I think yeah, that'd be awesome.
I'm serious. They are, because then you know what you're getting. That's what I'm getting, is that kind of grayed out. And part of the problem is my brayer is dirty and I don't ever clean it until it gets...
Patty says she could have seen the large nested circles in white or gold over the top, but that's just her. We like it, Patty.
Yeah, I know. You guys like gold and silver a lot better than I do. I think a little bit goes a long way.
And she does it out of spite. Or doesn't do it out of spite.
That's not entirely
That's what
true.
I feel.
Not entirely true. I don't know if that's still wet. Oh, heck, no, it's not. Of course it's not.
Yes. Okay. Do you feel... Are you fully redeemed, or, you know...
No, I'm
Okay,
gonna...
we're continuing.
You know, I'm just gonna do this last little bit here just to
Okay.
placate all you gold users.
Oh.
There are other colors, folks.
There are. But sometimes, just a little sparkle.
I get my baby wipe ready to go here because
Is it a wet one?
I don't know.
Okay. We'll determine that here in a minute.
Well, I don't really know that I necessarily kind of want to interrupt that just a little bit there. Maybe a little bit down here on
That
this
didn't go the
end.
way I thought it was going to go.
And, well, it didn't come off because I didn't leave it long enough. And, I mean, you know, seriously, I don't think it's going to anyway. Simply because
Bye, Niecy.
it's dry. Yeah, okay. There's a little bit of bling bling there, y'all.
Darcy said she wasn't going to hashtag, is it a wet one?
Okay, now what I'm going to do
Hello, Jennifer.
is I'm going to pull this, because this is dry. It's kind of textury.
Got some grit.
Got some grit. And use this. I'll just have to let that dry.
Oh, bless you. Let's hope it's just one, but
All of a sudden, it just...
hit you.
Hit
Well,
me.
the air came on. I'm telling you, we need to have the whole thing.
People won't
clean.
come and clean our bins.
They've been like, it's so crazy there, you know, which is, they've got to prioritize people, but Maybe by winter.
All
I
right,
think-
now this is going to have to render,
Ripen.
ripen.
I don't know why you've gone to the render.
Ripen, render, one of those R words, you know.
What does Fran say? Fran, what do you say? I can't remember. Marinate? I don't think
Yeah.
she says marinate.
And I think this is going to be quite nice. We do have a little bit of a... No, I'm not going to talk about that. All right.
Now, Jennifer,
Oh,
keep
you
in
know
mind
what
that
we
people
forgot
are a
to
little biased
do?
here.
We were going to put... We'll just have to save these for Tuesday. Tweaker Tuesday.
Yeah, well, I'll tweak some things on Tuesday. I think some of that stuff that she did today might require a little tweaking because she did a little blob in there at the end.
What
Cure
are
or
you talking about?
Cure or develop. Yes, I like that too. Ooh, or percolate.
Percolate.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that would, yeah. I don't know if I like percolate. Render is probably not good either because that means you're boiling the fat out of something.
Oh, to percolate
Ripen. I
coffee.
like ripen because that means it's going to sit there and I think this is my favorite one.
Yeah, agreed.
I do like this one, but I'm just really thinking I need to think about which stencil to use because I think introducing another color here, maybe the turquoise.
My thoughts on some of this is that I think what would be fun is if we created some things either in texture paste or, on tissue paper. We get some things ready.
Oh!
And then we can collage
Well,
and
that
really
would-
work more fine.
More,
because
yes, and then, take more time. But the reason I think this works is just because it does seem very spontaneous. It seems very...
it's got a lot of movement. It's
and we've got good repetition. We do have the one circle here, but we've got these little guys all the way around here in different spots. And even though this is a little bit pinky, I think it's okay. Because that's sort of, this is the focal point. But then I think that maybe this is the focal point. But then you come over here and you go, look at this wonderful contrast over here. So you've got things that are drawing you around all through the composition, I think. I'm feeling pretty good about this. I'm anxious to, Eva's my
your muse.
my composition muse.
She can make a
So
mean composition, that
she
Eva.
can. And, sometimes I wish that we could hang out and she could
Tell you what to
talk
do.
to,
Oh,
well,
you would
just
listen?
talk to me, about, because I think sometimes that's what we're missing in this age of isolation. We don't have direct dialogue, and I know we can do this, but there's still something to be said for physical contact.
Yes. All right, Gayla's going to get some therapy before the next Tuesday, so that way she can be in the right mind to come and hang out with us again. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. Okay, well, look at that. We got 1, 2,
Oh, here,
3,
let me-
4,
Let me zoom in a little bit.
4, and then we got some little papers that are kind of cool. I mean, I can see this. That might become a card. I do cards.
You need to make me some more cards. I need more
know.
cards.
I know. Gosh, my nose is just.
Yeah, we need to have those vents cleaned. I'm sure of it.
Is that it? I think that's it.
Yeah, I mean, you spent a lot of time working
I
those
spent
three.
a lot of time talking about the stencils.
Yes.
And I'll tell you what, the reason I love these guys is if you got a whole page of these, you told Mariah when you ordered, you said, you contacted her or whatever, and you say, what I want is I want a whole page of
Oh, just one design?
one design. I bet you could do it.
We can do that.
I mean, get as many on the page as you possibly can. And look at that. I'm thinking, because isn't this the size of your sheets? No, their sheets are bigger than this. They're 9 by 12.
Yeah. But you got to remember, we have to allow some for margin and area.
Yes, because
it tears them up. If you get them
if you
too
get
close,
too close to the edge, yes, it gets off and
Yeah,
goes
not
wonky on you. So we're saying you could for sure get 4 on there.
Well, yeah, we have 4 in the set. So basically what you could do, and I think before we even make it a product, if you want to put in a special request in the notes and say, all right, well, I have ordered volume 1, because it's a set of 4, but I only want dancing graffiti, or
I only want X's from Texas, or whatever this is called.
or just reach out to me and we'll work it out, or we'll add it to the shop and just make that a pull down where you get just those particular ones. But yeah,
Here's the really lovely thing about that, Becky. You can arrange them any way you want them. You can
Hi, Patty.
you can use them. You can. These are great floppers.
Yeah.
I really like this particular design a lot. Now I do like this one too. And I don't know how do they get this so they can cut their own spiky parts. What would you call it?
So that comes in the X's of Texas. Or all my X's came from Texas. All my X's from Texas. That's what it is. But you just get the one.
Okay, well, if you wanted to get this and you say you wanted, could you get 3 of these and still have a good margin on each of the 3 on per page?
So. We'll work on some of those and get them up in the shop just as that way. Because I know, like, you guys, I hate to put you in that position where it's like you've got to kind of figure it out or whatever. But beforehand, if you want that, if you're hot to trot, do let me know. Otherwise, we will work on making those combinations available. So there you go. All right, guys. Well, what a fun time. Good times had by all.
Boy, that time went fast.
It went really fast today. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. So, we will... Oh, and hey, welcome, Stephania, to Powsy Wowsy. I think we only need one more person, and we can add that sugar biscuit. So, you guys can always join afterwards, after the stream. That's not a problem. But if you do end up joining, like Mucky Muck or Loverly, do let me know. Because it does not send us a notification. So the only way we know is, I mean, we try to kind of keep an eye on it, but if you for sure want your code and you want to order stencils with your new discount, please get in contact with me. You can either do that over on Facebook, Instagram,
yes,
email, whatever.
Is this the one where you get the signed print?
Loverly is where you get the signed print along with the 20%. Mucky Muck is the 15% discount. So that information, you can find all of that either down below in the Show Me More area, or if you're watching and you want to, you know, scroll through the chat, there have been links to all of that information. And then if you click on the button, it'll let you know about like what each level includes. So there you go. Super fun. And we will get back to some of this on Tuesday, but we'll see you guys then. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.